has scorched more than 40,000,
shrouding the city's landmarks.
Hurricane Sally made landfall as a Category 2 hurricane.
Welcome to another episode of the Talking Table podcast, where any topic is on the table. 2020 has been a hectic year, and there's no doubt that we're all dying to begin 2021. But as we make the transition into the new year, your friends at the Talking Table podcast would like to give you a recount of some of the major events that have transpired this year, since, of course, YouTube canceled their rewind. So without further ado, Josh, let's begin with January.
Well, guys, remember when our only worry was about a potential World War III? Well, that was because an American drone strike killed Qasem Soleimani, a very powerful major general in Iran. Now, tensions rose, but they died down, so that's all good. Meanwhile, something sus is happening in China.
I wonder what.
Yeah.
News about a new unknown viral pneumonia has been identified in Wuhan, China.
COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
Predecessor of COVID-20.
Oh yeah, the new one too.
I know, it just keeps mutating and mutating.
This thing is like smarter than me. It's like, you know how fast it just keeps on like growing and everything? But like, yes, okay, January. There's like something else, right? Kobe
Bryant.
Yes, Kobe
You
Bryant.
added that as an afterthought. You
Did you not know his last name?
Me?
Yes, we're testing you.
Of course I know his last name. Kobe Bryant.
what was Kobe's daughter's name?
What was his daughter's name? Gianna Bryant.
Oh yeah, let's go,
Okay.
Leanna.
Let's go.
I was about to send in another drone strike, but it's fine. It's over now.
That is a threat. Something I see that as a threat.
Not
my
to
life
you.
in
I never said
danger?
to you. No, I was gonna send in a drone strike into my backyard to test the drones.
Is that something
jo-
illegal that you're doing?
Well, I never said it was gonna be a lethal strike. It could be Gatorade. It could be threw Gatorade out my window using the drone. You're assuming too much, Liana.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's January, right? Like in a wrap, COVID, and then
But guys, jokes aside with Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna, both really good
Legend.
people. They've influenced the world quite a lot, and yeah, it was really unfortunate that they had to die in a helicopter crash.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
yeah, that was January. January is not a good way to start off the year, right?
Mm-mm.
Like
Not at all.
COVID, everything. Yeah. And then February. I said it such a weird accent. February. Yes, let's go.
Okay, well, you know how in January COVID-19 is spread throughout Asia? Well, in February it kind of spread to North America, and
I remember the first time where I heard about this was when I was at Olympiads class, in my French class with Songting, as you know. So
I was
basically, the
there.
teacher spent 30 minutes at the beginning of the class, no, half the class actually, talking about how there was this new case of coronavirus at Sunnybrook Hospital. Of course, none of us took it seriously, but we never knew that it transpired to this.
Yeah.
Teacher made some predictions. It was the curve in Asia, followed by the curve in Europe, the curve in America.
Yes,
and he was actually right.
Unfortunately,
right.
the curve, they didn't die down as quick as Asia did.
Well, I
It's
remember just
still
hearing about my
happening.
parents talk about it, in the car.
Yeah, same.
Hey,
Like-
did you hear about the SARS thing from China? Another SARS? And I'm like, what?
Yeah, I know. It was such an insignificant moment, and I never thought that something
Yeah.
like that would basically change the rest of
Mhm.
Yeah.
the year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that was
like-
just February. And that's not even all for February. There's so much more for February, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Is there a lot more for February?
I mean, in February, a lot of the stuff was just COVID related. Throughout February, travelers the self quarantine was it I think it was 14 days. That happened, and then there were a lot of cases, and by the end of February, I think there was like still like a lot of like controversy concerning like the closing borders and stuff.
I had plans for the March break actually until I heard about this, and I had to cancel everything.
I
Yeah,
think
I
I was
think-
supposed to go to Hawaii or something, or like Mexico.
Wow. Yeah,
Well,
my
the best
parents
part
complained
is,
about
like,
that too.
I had no plans, so
Ah.
nothing was ruined because I had no plans.
That's the
I
benefit.
slept.
You slept. Wow, awesome. Great.
Well,
Okay, and then also
sleep is
oh,
rare.
I also heard about this math thing, like numbers, like the special numbers, the cool numbers. What was it, Amy?
Oh, are you talking about like the palindrome? So basically there's like this date. So for example, this date is February the 2nd of 2020. So if you read it, it's like day, month, and year, right? But like you can actually read it like another way. You can read a month, day, and year, and it'll be like the same. And apparently like this thing is like pretty rare. So like the last one that happened was like November 11th, like and at 11/11. So like that's
Oh,
pretty
wow.
cool, you know? Yeah, just like a random math fact.
Like
This is
900
literally in
years
those
ago.
math contests. Yeah, Josh, what?
Huh? Like 900 years ago. This is pretty rare.
Yeah, it is pretty
Mhm.
rare. I like the next
Well,
one's
Honestly,
like
I've never considered something like this, but now that you bring it up, it does
The
seem
thing
really
is this.
important.
If we're healthy enough, we can see the next one, right? December 12th, 2121. Who knows? Immortality might be a thing, or immortality might be a thing.
I don't know,
might
surviving one
be
more
a
year of
thing.
this pandemic? I don't think so. Just kidding.
Be
Well, Jack, you're-
optimistic. Why
Yeah.
so pessimistic?
It's like, be more positive. You know what? Actually, we shouldn't be positive. That's the only thing we shouldn't be this year. And that's positive. All right.
Was that a joke?
yes, we had a COVID-19 positive.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, I'm
Oh my
sorry.
goodness.
I'm sorry.
you just
I'm bad at understanding jokes. The only type of jokes I understand are Sonting's jokes because it's like really
Just
low level.
the
It's
shallow
easy to
jokes.
understand.
Songting, give us one of your
That's like-
jokes.
That was a compliment and an insult at the same time.
You're taking him down with you.
Yes, I gotta
like-
drag someone down the water with me.
Dumb
Good.
minds think alike as well.
If you don't get humor, Salting won't either.
True.
Okay, so COVID and the math thing. Oh, the math thing. I think I said like I don't even know 2 minutes ago. It appears in math contests. I swear I've seen this before in math contests where it's like, what's the word? Palindrome?
Mhm.
Yeah, the palindromes.
Palindrome? Yeah,
Palindrome.
that thing. It's like, oh, this number is this. Tell me the next one or something. Yes. Anyways, March for us here, like St. Rob's and everything. It was like March break. Yay! Everything, your plans were all ruined. For me personally, like during March, I think I had a test. And then when I went to school, I was the only one with a mask on. I literally wore a
I know.
mask. And
Oh,
then
yeah, I
was
remember
It's
that.
funny because at the beginning, if you wore a mask, everyone would stare at you. But now, if you
Yeah.
don't wear a mask, everyone's gonna stare at you.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
literally went into the hallways and I saw people. They were literally like, "Oh, are you sick? Why are you wearing a mask?" And I'm just like, "Do you not know like that thing?" Yeah, so I went to my classroom and I did a test with a mask on, and I thought, like, I swear people thought I was crazy. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can
that's
write
what I
like
thought too.
answers. Like the B thing, you could write answers there and you can just like
Oh,
play with it.
Ooh, Songting.
Something
like,
don't,
teachers, be careful.
We're exposing ourselves.
no, yeah, something don't expose us.
Okay. These are
But,
trade
like,
secrets. I won't
During,
reveal
a
anymore.
test, they just get like cross-eyed, like looking down.
or the
Teachers, be
gloves.
careful of those four, especially
Yep.
Sonting.
Hey, or read the labels of the what are these called again? The hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizers.
Instead of ingredients, it's the quadratic formula.
Oh, and then for chemistry, write down the chemical names. Be like, I don't know,
Oh,
H2O, water.
Under the ingredients.
Wow.
Okay, if you have to write that down, you're screwed for any test.
All right, guys, let's not support these bad morals. Academic integrity.
Yes. Okay, and then like the lockdown, right? Like, okay, I remember March break, and then my teacher was just like, "Oh, guys, yeah, you guys will see me back in April. See you back in April." And then
I
I'm
know.
just like,
They said
"Yeah,
April.
miss. See
They
you
said
back
2
in
weeks.
April.
Yeah,
And
they
then
said 2
2
weeks.
weeks.
And then we're
What
like until the
happened?
end of the year.
Well, 2 weeks to flatten the curve. 2 years.
Yeah. Songting, be optimistic.
Well, I can't be positive, right?
And then
I
the
shouldn't be
border also
positive.
closed. And then
I
I
was
think
thinking
like the border. Yeah.
Sorry, Leanna, continue.
Like the border closed between like Canada and the US, I think. Like Trudeau and Trump were just like, yes, close the borders. That was actually a good move.
Good move.
Yeah, and
My
also
opinion.
the US closed borders to like basically everywhere, Asia and
Yeah.
Europe.
But both countries were a bit late to it, I feel.
Yeah.
They
I
did
do
it
feel
months
like.
earlier.
Yeah. So that was like March, COVID. It's like COVID for every single month, but like March was like really impactful. Was that the word? Impactful. Yes, that's the word. Impactful to me personally, I think, because like my March break plans were just ruined. I didn't get to go back.
Same.
So,
I was
yeah.
actually so sad.
Okay, but
I
like to
just,
be
like-
fair, we had like a really long break, right? That was I don't know. I
Very
kind of
long
enjoyed.
break.
I kind of enjoyed the long break. It was
Mhm.
nice, like just like without stress and everything.
Yeah,
You know how
like
I
just
really
a break
enjoyed
from
sleeping in.
school.
Do you remember how the marks like they couldn't go down anymore?
I know, I'm so
Oh,
happy.
yeah.
That was so
Unfortunately, that was just grade 10. So
Yeah, it's how the
Yeah.
And that was grade
98%
11.
averages.
I know people are so
Well,
happy.
that was so boosted.
The good times.
Enough of March because March is getting boring. April is still COVID. There's nothing new in April. Am I wrong? It's just COVID in April as well.
April.
Well-
yes, right after the pandemic. So like that's when like all the stay-at-home orders have been mandated as well as face masks. Like I feel like a lot of people were pretty skeptical about face masks at the beginning. A lot of people refused to wear them actually.
Yeah, because like
To be fair,
this
yeah,
relates
it was,
back to March. Yeah,
it
go
was
on.
like the top doctors in both America and Canada.
Right.
Weren't they like, it might not be a good idea? Like both
I know.
Fauci and Tam were like,
At the beginning, they were saying that masks were ineffective, and all of a sudden, right now, they're saying wear a mask, wear a mask, wear a mask. So I
Yeah,
feel
in the
like
beginning they were just like, "Oh, mask could cause you to get COVID easier." Wait, that doesn't even make sense. My English skills. Could someone just make that sentence up for me? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like, without masks, it will be less likely to get the COVID cases. That's what they said in the beginning.
they
Yeah.
also said COVID wasn't airborne.
no, wait, Leanna, with that thing, I feel like what they meant was like if your hands had COVID or something, the inside of the mask, then that's gonna spread it easier if you do put the mask on.
Oh,
Oh,
that's actually
Like,
that's reasonable.
I feel like North America, they just took a really long time to mandate masks. I mean, it's just a physical barrier between your face and the outside environment. Come
Don't
on.
touch
God,
your
no one
face,
wants to see
Jackie.
your
Don't
face.
touch your face.
It's okay, it's okay. I washed my hands like at least 10 times today.
right. I mean, better late than never, right? So
Yeah.
Never late is better.
okay, so
There was also this incident with the cruise liners where people had to stay out in the ocean, like quarantined inside
Oh,
cruise
yeah.
ships for months. So like I saw this meme on Reddit where it's like if you buy 1 week of cruising, then you get 3 weeks because of quarantine.
But like, just imagine
Oh,
being
have-
stuck on a ship for like
Yeah,
such a long
it's pretty
time.
boring. Like all of a
Mhm.
sudden a
You can't go out.
vacation turned into
Mhm.
yeah, I know. You're
Everyone
just
gets
confined
COVID.
to a tiny room.
Like not only do you get 2 free weeks, but you also get a free case of COVID.
Oh
You
guys,
said that
you,
in like a way.
have you
Yeah.
guys heard about the disappearance of Kim Jong Un on
Oh.
April the 11th? There's this suspicion that he was dead actually.
Yeah. And some people were
Was
like,
dead?
Finally. Mhm.
hey, he has a
No.
body double, doesn't he?
It would have been a bad thing actually, right? Because like there was no one to actually succeed. It was like the only person who was
his sister.
semi-competent was his sister. Yeah, and like
Mhm.
in North Korea, would they really
Yeah.
accept a female, what's it called, female leader? Not really.
That's
right?
the question. That's the question. But like finally something other than COVID. Like finally something other than that. Like in
I'm
I
just
mean,
glad,
it's
like-
not much better,
not a
but
good thing.
yes,
It's
it's
not.
just change in scenery.
My
Is
favorite
there
K-pop
anything
star is
else?
alive.
I mean,
It
unless
was
someone can bring down Kim Jong Un's regime, then there could be peace. Okay, and within the month of April, there's also Canada's deadliest mass shooting, of course, the Nova
Mhm,
Scotia
yeah.
shootings.
Oh, that was
It
horrible.
spanned within, I guess, 2 days, and I think 14. A lot of lives were killed.
It was in the
So
20s,
that was
wasn't
really
it?
unfortunate.
Yeah,
I think it
like
was in
20
20s.
something.
Yeah.
22 or what? 22 or 4, I forget, but still a lot of killing. Oh, it was scary.
Yeah.
That quickly led to the gun ban in May, right? Trudeau, the gun ban was like 1,500 different varieties of guns were all banned. Like
Mhm.
in Canada, I think they gave us 2 years of notice. Was it not 2 years of notice? Like 2 years to get rid of the guns, either like sell them or go through the government's buyback to get rid of.
Honestly, America should also follow in our footsteps.
America, it's a totally different culture. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's even possible to get. But 15,000 varieties. Some people say it's good, some people say it's bad. Who knows where that will go?
I mean, guns are for
But then-
killing, aren't they? So
Well, guns are tools, eh? Like you can kill with almost anything.
that's
Or
true.
it's the people
true.
who are dangerous. Yeah, it's people who are dangerous. The next thing was Kim Jong Un, leading from Kim Jong Un's disappearance. He came back.
All right, he
that
wasn't
month.
dead.
He wasn't dead in May. I heard a story. I'm not sure how true it is, but apparently Kim Jong Un might have done it on purpose to see who was loyal to him and who was not. And apparently some people got sniffed out and got executed.
Oof.
Wait.
I don't know if that's
Okay.
Wait,
Wait,
Actually,
yeah, like some of Kim Jong Un's officials like try
Oh,
to
no.
turn on him, like take power, but like
That's
doesn't Kim
kinda just
Jong Un?
dumb.
Yeah,
Well, you know,
no,
that's
some
not dumb.
officials like
No, no,
That's a
no,
big
I've
brain
heard-
it was
move right
test,
there.
it was test them.
That's a big brain move.
yeah,
It's a big brain.
it is a big brain move. But I heard, like in North Korea, if you disobey something, then you actually get the death sentence. You get executed.
Oh,
Mm.
you can
It's
get
also
you
scary.
can get in trouble for a lot of things in North Korea.
Like
If
a
you
lot of
sneeze the
reasons,
wrong
but
way.
like that is just different opinions on like different things, right?
Yeah,
Too much
That's the
problem.
opinions these days.
Just
Yeah.
different opinions is kind of a problem in North Korea,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and adding on to that, there's this
They-
guy who was in a North Korean hotel, right? He said something bad about North Korea over the phone, and immediately there were North Korean cops surrounding him. So for some reason, there was some sort of a listening
Wiretap.
device in his hotel. So that's pretty creepy.
Yeah, that is like North Korea. It's
Just a
just
different world.
very it's just like people wait, what is it called? There can only be one opinion and like other
Yes.
people's opinion cannot be expressed. So yeah, that's kind of like bad in certain cases, but like in other cases, it's like okay, like masks and COVID
Authoritarian.
and everything. Yeah. Like anything else. Okay, I don't want to talk about Kim Jong Un right now. Like anything other than him. Anything other than him.
Well, there wasn't much that was better than. Yeah, the next thing that happened in May was George Floyd. Yeah, I think we all saw the footage and everyone was really upset.
Mm.
But like, what really kind of confused me was how polarized America became over something like that. Like
Mhm.
everyone should have been upset and everyone should have like tried to get to the bottom of what actually happened. But instead, everyone they burst it out. They started to protest. The protests were fine, but then they started rioting, causing more than $1 billion in damage.
Yeah, the peaceful protests, those were effective, but once people start
Riots
rioting,
are not like
and they
looting
start-
riots.
yeah, they start
It's like-
burgle up, like they start stealing stuff. That's where their
It's like
motive
enough is
begins
enough.
to change. Yeah.
And then people supported the riots, which was even crazier.
Well, I guess like
Yeah.
people have different opinions, but like I feel like these topics, like what happened this year is like okay, what happens in every other year, but like this year specifically, like especially, opinions are very sort of there's a lot of opinions this year, like a lot of different like
Yeah.
ideas on different things, like masks, COVID, where it
A lot of
originated,
mixed
and like
opinions.
everything.
Yes.
Yeah. And yes, and that was for May, right? Was that for May?
And
I think that was the end of May.
and
Yeah,
speaking
and
about the
also the-
riots, sorry, Jackie.
Yeah. the protests, they exposed like America's military and police. And I think like during the protests, America started using their military people as police. Can you add on to that?
Martial law.
Right, and that happened in June. So, like Trump threatened to deploy the military, like as the George Floyd protest increased and worsened.
Mhm.
I wonder what else happened in June.
I think that was like the main event that I know of. Like Trump just like putting in the military and being like, stop, you know? Well, there's like
I feel
also
like-
different opinions on that. People,
Yeah.
some people, oh, sorry. Yeah.
Speaking
Martial
of
law.
different opinions, I feel like a lot of people like had different sides on using the military as police. Like they were
Yeah.
going as far as defunding the police because they felt like they were too brutal.
But like, yes, opinions. We don't know which side is right? Like you have to follow what you believe, and we can't really say anything about that. And for July is actually like pretty good, right? Like July was like a pretty good month, I think. Canada Day.
Probably the
Yeah.
first day was the best day, and that's about it. Canada
Actually, I
Day.
think July kind of like, like July wasn't a turning point, but like it got a little better, like Leanna said, or yeah. So like Canada's Canada's like officially a year older. We're 153 years old.
Yay.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and then
Oh yeah.
yeah, and then so like in addition to that, like I think like there was like announcement that like a COVID-19 vaccine was being developed, right? That was good, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, so like kind of like started looking up. I mean, it wasn't like 100. It wasn't like the turning point, but like it got better. So
It got
It was
better.
getting
It's also
brighter.
summer. Summer.
oh yeah, and it was like the
But
beginning. Of
I
summer.
mean,
That's so many
even though it's
classes. though.
summer, we couldn't really do anything, right? We were just staying home, so we couldn't really
Yeah.
enjoy.
Could have
The beautiful weather.
watched movies. You could have went to your backyard or like open the windows, you know? Go on the balcony.
Just had so
look
many.
at the
We had
sun.
so many classes. I had more classes in the summer than I did during the school year.
I think that was just you
Same.
something. I relaxed.
Me
What?
too.
Okay, well, I
So-
had like
I
a
feel
nice
you.
summer.
Oh, I just
so much
chilled.
work.
I just kind of chilled at home. It was
Yeah.
nice.
There was a time where I
Yeah.
had more than 20 hours of class time in a week,
But I
20
kinda-
hours.
That sucks.
20
and that's
hours.
not,
Wow.
and that's excluding homework.
I can't relate.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, okay.
So I think
Well,
that's
it's
me right
over
now.
so-
That's like me right now.
Yeah.
That's why
As
my
you know,
schedule
guys,
is so busy.
Leanna's always busy.
I'm always busy. I'm always busy like doing stuff. Yes.
Hi, always busy. I'm Josh.
Oh my
I'm-
goodness.
That's so old. That's so
Oh my
old.
gosh.
Hi, Josh.
These
what do I
jokes.
say?
Nice,
Like, what am I
nice to meet
supposed
you.
to say
Nice to
after
meet
that?
you.
Nice to
Cringy
meet
dad
you.
jokes are Josh's
Yeah.
specialty.
You just embrace your new name. All right, embrace your new name.
Wait, what was my name again? What did you say? It
Always
was?
busy.
Always. Hi guys. I'm always busy from now on. Good day, y'all.
Okay, always.
I
busy.
always busy.
Nice to meet you.
Oh.
Always busy.
I'll have like this random fact, but like basically
Okay.
there was like this new study that shown that there was like this bird named Andean like condor, and basically it's like the world's heaviest bird or something. But then the thing about it is that it can fly for 5 hours without flapping its wings. So like
Hold
you
on.
know,
Excuse me?
Hold on. 5 hours just this in the
Yeah.
air? Just 5
Mhm.
hours?
exactly without flapping its wings.
Is it
And
like
it's
on a jetpack or something?
I mean I don't know, but like it's the heaviest bird, so
You know what?
What?
That bird's like that bird's pretty new. Okay, I can fly for like 13 hours without flapping my wings. It's
I
called
believe I
it's
can
called taking an
fly.
airplane.
Oh
yeah.
my
Amazing.
god, that was
On a jet.
Leanna's so slow when it comes to jokes.
oh.
Like throughout this podcast, she's making so many realizations.
It's like everyone's laughing.
Ah.
Leanne's there.
Like,
Like
I
5
can't
minutes
even-
later, he's like,
I can't even keep
Oh.
count.
Sante, you don't have the right to say that. You don't understand Josh's jokes either, okay? And you should appreciate me
you-
because I'm the only one who laugh at your jokes.
hey, but I at least pretend to laugh at Josh's jokes.
Ha 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 ha.
Big ha-has.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure. My pleasure.
not my
And
pleasure.
then like okay, July was like sort of a calmer month, I guess, in my opinion, personally. Like out of all these months, July was like more calm in a way. Because like in August, there was like this explosion. I do not know how to pronounce the name. How do you
Oh,
pronounce
yeah.
the name?
Beirut.
August, there was a lot of stuff. So yeah,
Oh,
there was the
Beirut?
Beirut explosion.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. So I think it was like some sort of a mill that exploded in the middle of the city. It did kill a
Mhm.
lot of people, and people,
Hmm.
Lebanon people, they started protesting the government because they believed that the cause of this explosion was due to government failure and corruption. So basically, a broken city got broken even more after this corruption. No, after this explosion.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
There's so
brutal.
many
Like,
there's
sorry, go on.
No, you go.
Oh, really? I was just gonna say I watched this video where like this couple was getting married and they were taking like their wedding photos.
Yeah.
And like suddenly the buildings just like exploded behind
Just
them.
boom! It just
And
shook
like the
whole
glass
thing.
shattered and like the ground shook. And it was terrifying.
Yeah,
Now,
that's,
Leanna,
like,
carry on.
sad. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. It's fine.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I'm sorry.
My
Josh, look
memory
what you
is
did.
really bad. My memory is terrible. But like, yeah, that explosion was just like very. It's not sad. What's a more intense word than sad?
Depressing.
Horrifying.
Very sad.
Horrifying.
Horrifying.
Horrifying. Sad. Yes. Horrifying. yes.
Tetrifying.
It just made like the bad year like even worse.
Petrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you know my English skills aren't that that good. Isn't that
I think
good.
I think you've proven your point enough.
I'm sorry, guys. Don't learn English from me. Learn it from those four people.
I thought you were always busy.
Yeah, she is always busy.
I am always busy. Okay, and then like in August, I was actually like even more sad because like the Black Panther actor
Don't say you
Chadwick,
forgot the
Chadwick.
name.
Yes.
Chadwick
Bozeman.
Leanna doesn't know
Bozeman,
anyone.
Chadwick
He's
Bozeman.
Leanna's not good with names.
All right.
I'm not.
This is the test. What was Chadwick Boseman's daughter's name?
He had a daughter.
You passed.
Oh yeah, that's good. No, but she meant it as a question though.
No.
No. I
No,
meant
no.
like I knew the answer.
Oh.
Like I'm questioning him for his knowledge, which he
Ah.
apparently doesn't have.
What?
He
Okay.
doesn't
like,
have
what?
knowledge.
Chadwick Boseman was actually a cool dude. I remember like didn't he
Yeah.
visit like sick kids in the hospital or something?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
like,
He's
he
like
did.
really kind.
he did some like serious like charity work. Man,
Yeah, he's like really
Boseman.
kind. And his acting skills.
Hmm.
On
but that's really unfortunate. Rest in
And
peace.
and also his death, since he died of colon cancer, it did
Mhm.
spread a lot of awareness of colon cancer in general.
yeah. And then yeah, that was just like a really sad death,
Mhm.
like in my opinion. Like
Yeah, it was just all of a sudden. Like it just made this horrible year even worse.
even
a lot
worse.
of-
And then there was a TikTok. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, we lost a lot of innocent lives in this year.
Yeah. And then the
Okay.
TikTok ban in the
Yeah,
US
there was also
made
the
it worse.
TikTok ban. Yes, the TikTok ban. So basically, the United States, they claimed that the TikTok, since it's a Chinese company, they believed that it was a national security. It was a national threat to their security, and they thought that the Chinese government may be stealing data.
Oh wait, this is real. I heard about it, but I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was like a myth or something, like a
The
joke.
thing is,
No, it
this.
was actually like
No.
about to happen.
Oh wow.
But the thing is, if the
Did it
Chinese
happen?
government,
Yeah, did
No,
it?
it didn't.
no, it did. The
happen.
ban
Okay.
did go through. No, but the Chinese
ban
government,
did go through, but like TikTok had to work with an American company in order to like bypass this law.
it was Oracle, right? Oracle bought TikTok. or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, but like the thing is this: if the Chinese government wants to spy on you, they don't need to use TikTok. Like my
What?
Xiaomi toaster right there,
Oh,
it's tracking everything
does
I do.
it have cameras inside?
And
You
those
never
voice
know.
recording systems.
Maybe it prints a tracker onto my toast.
It
You
has
never know.
active transmission to the Chinese government.
So when you eat the toast, it's literally in your stomach right now.
Oh my! It's,
No,
it's tracking all my data.
It records
there's-
everything that you,
you know
eat.
what? there's some things that it's better
Knows too
not
much.
like not knowing.
Yes, yeah.
So
And
some
then-
things, dietary habits, for example.
Yeah. August was bad, but
Dumplings.
September was like worse.
Hold
Okay,
on.
it wasn't worse. It wasn't worse. It actually wasn't worse. September, September, in my opinion, because like we had to go back to school, right? Our like
Hold on, Leanna.
quarantine time.
Before we start on September, I just want to talk about a few some natural disasters that have transpired this year. So, as you know, there are a lot of wildfires throughout the year, as well as hurricanes. On August the 27th, we had Hurricane Laura. It was a Category 4 hurricane that struck Louisiana, killed at least 27 people. But I think the real reason, the real meaning behind all of this natural disasters is that global warming is real. It is happening, and it is causing a lot of natural disasters to happen.
Yeah. Can I continue on my December story?
All
I mean,
right.
December,
I just-
September story.
I just wanted to spread some awareness into global warming and how it is indeed causing more hurricanes and more wildfires.
Yes,
Anyways,
yes,
go
guys.
on.
Yes. So, what was I talking about? September. Yeah, September. We had to go back to school.
Cool.
We were just
yes.
kind of because we were in quarantine. We were having fun, right? And then suddenly go back to school, either online or like half online, half in person, and then hybrid. Wait, no, that's hybrid or all online.
Yeah, there is no.
I don't know
in-person.
what I'm thinking at this point. Yes. So there's that. And then so going back to school, seeing people, I think when I went to school, I was so scared. I wasn't scared because of COVID. I was like scared because like I was wearing that like what's it called? That face shield
Face shield?
plastic thing.
Yeah.
The face shield.
Yes, that thing. Yeah, I wore that to school, and I was the only kid who wore it at that time. So I was walking in the hallways, and then people were just staring at me like, and I'm just like, hi.
Not gonna lie, I would also stare at you.
Yeah.
I
in her class.
know.
I was in her class. She walked in. We're like, she's ready. I know she's ready. No, and the thing's like she sprayed down her desk too. Like she would dump
Oh
like
my
a
God.
gallon of sanitizer.
Dump like a
Yeah, I don't
gallon.
Find it.
Leanna
can't
was
find it.
so
I had this,
prepared
like,
for this.
Yeah, I had like this little container full of like alcohol, whatever. I have like a whole, I don't even know.
Let me guess, you
Box
blow
over
through
there.
one container each day.
No, I'm not that crazy. I just like
More than-
spray it onto my table and my like chairs, and I use like the one that our teacher has, like the cleaner thing, and I wipe it again. And then when I leave to go home, I pick up my bag and I spray my backpack around, like bottom, top, around, everywhere. Yes, that was
Wow.
September. And then
Oh,
yeah,
I just switched to online.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like fully online.
I
switched to,
did
like,
hybrid for
online.
the first 2 months
Switched
and then I
halfway.
switched.
same. And then okay, and then something other than like COVID, I think in September was like RBG, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like the first woman to like lie in the
Ruth Gators Ginsburg.
yes, that's her name. She was also like the first woman to just like be within like beside all the other male, what are they called? The male judge
Justice. The
just
Justice.
yes. She was the first woman to lie in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was like
Incredible.
really sad because like when RBG passed away at that time, and then October was just mainly U.S. and everything.
In October, Trump nominated Amy Coney Barrett, and at breakneck speed, Amy Coney Barrett went in. Amy Coney Barrett, she's like a bit controversial. Some people really like the things she did, like all the children she's adopted, all the work she's done in Haiti, her past work as a judge. But some people don't like her opinion, and some people don't like someone going in there who has had like a past record of favoring one side. But who knows? Amy Coney Barrett, she moved the court or like the Supreme Court to the right,
Mhm.
6-3, I think. But
Mhm.
you never know what's gonna happen. Hopefully, she stays true to her claim of being an originalist. But in America, I think they also many states start to legalize marijuana. I think there were
Oh.
5 states in total. that
Legalizing marijuana. I mean, do they
Legalizing
even care
marijuana.
about health anymore?
Marijuana. Well, some people say marijuana is no different from alcohol, but Some
like,
people
it's
say
still-
that.
It's still a negative product.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're,
Like, you know
we're one
how-
step ahead of them.
Is that a
Okay.
good thing?
Sorry.
Nah. No, we never know. Marijuana, yeah, it's the purpose of marijuana and the purpose of alcohol are different. Another thing
Once
that
again, different opinions.
different
and
opinions.
then,
We can't say
like-
who's right, who's wrong. Hmm?
Mhm.
We can never say that. And then back to COVID again. There's someone very important who got
Oh,
COVID
yes.
this year.
Trump.
Oh,
Trump
yes,
got COVID.
Trump.
But Trump got COVID. But Trump, his COVID, yeah, he cured
His
it really-
COVID
he got
actually
cured really
wasn't
quick.
wasn't that severe. No, actually no.
Ah,
It was like regular COVID, but like he went to a hospital which gave him a lot of
yeah,
I guess
he had-
trial drugs that
He had the money
instantly-
to.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
instantly
Had the
cured
treatment,
his
yeah.
COVID-19. And it's not just Trump. His friend, his lawyer, also got COVID and got injected with all these drugs, and instantly he's free from COVID. So all of a sudden, we have this new expensive drug that helps to cure COVID.
Yeah, and then soon afterwards we had the election, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was like
That
some
was
intense.
Oh, I stayed up
US
so
election.
late that night.
For some
Well,
reason,
some
I think
people kinda
I feel
died.
like for some reason I feel like we pay more attention to the US than the Canada
Yeah.
The
election.
Kenyan elections, not gonna lie, were pretty boring.
It's like doesn't impact the world, so I don't care.
Yeah, Josh, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just saying, like, everyone had, like, at least a lot of Americans had anxiety. And, like, it actually became
Mhm.
a thing.
Yeah, that was actually a
Election
thing.
anxiety. And then, did you guys, like, watch the debates? It was interesting.
It was pretty intense. Yeah, let's just
Two
call it
people screaming at each
intense.
other.
Intense, but like the first one. Oh
first
no,
one,
no,
it
no.
got
Very
better, though.
intense.
The
It got
first
Like
one-
better.
midway through, I felt like I was watching some sort of a comedy show. Then all of a sudden, I realized that was actually the debate. Like wow,
The first one was,
Yeah.
but slowly
Well,
got
the-
better, didn't it?
yeah.
The things that go
Yeah.
on in the US.
The vice president.
And then we found out like that Biden won, right? And then like Trump had to like
Yeah.
leave office. And then like
Oh,
some
no,
people
it's
were just
not-
like
it's
some
not
yeah,
that
some
easy.
people were just like, oh, it might be fraud, the election is fraud, but then others were just like, oh yeah, it's not fraud, it is what it is, you know? that was like-
it is.
The next month. That was actually in December. That was in November. I don't think it was.
And even to this day, people are still arguing, especially Trump, that there is indeed voter fraud election, even though there is no proof.
Yeah. And that
It's
was
like-
like December. What else happened in December?
People on both sides.
Oh, I remember like so Warner Bros, you know, like the studio, they announced that their 2021 movies, they will be streaming it online. So like yeah, so like
Oh,
basically they're still airing it. So like if you I guess want to watch, you can like find it. Like
Fine.
instead of going to the theaters, you can
honestly,
find it
I
online.
missed the
Sorry, what?
theater experiences.
Yeah, I miss the theaters.
yeah,
Oh my
the
gosh,
popcorn, the chairs,
I
the
know.
what is it called? The
The dark atmosphere.
No,
yeah,
Just being around friends in
in
general.
the
Yeah.
theater, I used to talk to the people beside me and annoy
Oh,
them so much.
Sonic.
we talked
Now-
about this. We talked about
Okay,
how
okay,
annoying
we
this
did. I
is
already
in
told
the
you.
first
I already
episode
told you.
where you told them.
Don't even,
Oh
don't
my.
even, don't even get into this. We know
I miss
this.
annoying friends. Okay, like annoying my friends.
Mhm.
And then yeah, that was like December. And then it was also like Canada. I think Trudeau found something. What did he find? Like vaccines? Did he buy
He
vaccines?
didn't find the vaccine, but he bought
Yeah,
it.
he didn't
Find them. He
He,
bought
he
them.
didn't find the vaccine. He bought them. Yeah. Okay. What was it
Yes.
called? Were there like names to it? Like what did he buy?
It was like PFITS or whatever, biotech
Mhm.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
says
see.
we'll be like
BioNTech.
receiving them by the end of the year. You know.
There might be hope.
There might be
But
hope. Yeah, we-
COVID-20.
Wait, hold up. End of this year or the end of next year?
Yeah, end of this year, hopefully.
So within the next 3 days, knock,
Next
knock, knock.
hope-
Next
Hopefully.
3 days. Santine, do your math
I mean,
again.
next day. I mean, next half day. Next 2 hours.
This year.
This year, by the end of this year. What date is it today, Sante?
The 31st. No.
It's the 20. Yeah, it is the 31st. Yes. So tomorrow.
Are you guys?
You know what?
she's
Like
in
all this,
some
all
Matrix
this
thing.
quarantine just made us like, we just forgot about time.
Yeah.
Like,
I know
this
our
quarantine
sense
has
of
gotten to
time
us.
and everything because like like humans, we rely on visual aids in order to keep memories. So like all of a sudden,
Yes.
now that we're like in the same room like every single day, like all of a sudden time seems to fly really fast.
Yeah.
But there is some light to the end of this tunnel, and it's the vaccine. And in 2021, the majority of Canadians could get their vaccines.
So that's fun. Vaccines. Josh, how do you feel about these things?
I don't know, but I should probably go eat something. Well, I'll catch you later on the next episode of the Talking Table podcast. See y'all next year.
Next year.
Bye
All
bye.
right.